Chipotle, started on July 13th of 1993, has grown to over 3,600 locations throughout the United States of America. Nowadays, the stereotypes about Chipotle are small portions and gastro problems, which even South Park made fun of.
Here, this is him.
Hi, Billy Mays here with another fantastic product. If you're like other Americans, you love to eat Chipotle, but you hate all those terrible bloodstains in your underwear.
So I, Jeff, try to answer the question of what's going on at Chipotle by going around the country and reading some wacky one-star reviews. Some reviews will make you laugh, and some will make you very disappointed in humanity. And make sure you leave any comments down below of anything that's happened to you at Chipotle, and correct anything that I get wrong. So let's jump into these one-star reviews. Our first stop is in Evansville, Indiana, with a population of 118,414 people. This Chipotle is nestled in a little tiny building with a Wingstop and a sleep number. Looks like any generic building from a mid-sized town in America. This Chipotle has a 3.8 rating on 1,075 reviews. Your fun fact for Evansville, Indiana is that the game scenes for the movie A League of Their Own, which is about an all-women's baseball league in the 1940s and 50s, was shot at Boss Field, which is the third oldest baseball field still in use in America.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball!
That's pretty neat. Alright, let's go read some one-star reviews. We're gonna kick off Evansville, Indiana with Anthony. I tried my best to find an Evan, but no luck. I canceled an order from DoorDash a day and a half prior because it was taking too long. I decided to order from the same restaurant the following day. I was given the food that I ordered the previous day. Had I not noticed, I would have contracted salmonella, or at the very least been violently ill. This is not a clean place. Not fresh and not clean at all at this Chipotle so far. Doesn't sound safe either. The next review comes from Jessica. The management at this location is rude and unprofessional. I went inside to order around 4:30 p.m. and as I approached the counter I was told, No, we are only taking online and delivery orders. As I watched the customer in front of me getting a burrito made, a few seconds later a different worker is free and offers to take my order. The same manager yells to him, No, and shakes his head. I left after that. Horrible service. I would drive out of my way to visit a different Chipotle. Seems like a bit of confusion between the people working there and the management. I'm shaking my head in confusion. The third review comes from Trey, and that wasn't even planned. What a disaster. I am disgusted, to be honest. We drove an hour to this location because we love Chipotle, and I don't think I have ever been so dissatisfied with a restaurant experience in my life. They don't have ground beef, steak, fajita vegetables, guacamole, or any salsa other than hot. Nobody was apologetic, orders backed up, chaos. I was charged $7.95 for one taco. When I asked the register, she said, Oh, did you want the other two that go with it? I spent $21.65 on an absolute terrible experience. I feel like I should have just taken my money and flushed it down the toilet. I didn't even get what I wanted and nobody even seemed to think that was a big deal. I expected better. Please intercede and take care of this location. That was a very Treyable experience for Trey. Haha, get it? Treyable, terrible? Oh, geez, Jeff, come on. The next review is from Adriana. My family came here at peak dinner time, 5:30 p.m., and all of the food was dried out and looked like nothing had been refreshed for a while. Disappointing to say the least. We definitely will pick a different location next time. It feels like every mid-sized town in America has 2 to 6 Chipotles, so if one's bad, you can always try another one and get disappointed there too. Well, let's go read about another one. Our next stop is in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, with a population of 1,008 people, which swells up to over 25,000 in the summertime. This Chipotle has a 3.3 rating on 1,013 reviews, and it's smack dab in the middle of this shopping mall area, and there's a ton of cars around, so I'm not too sure how only 1,000 people live here unless these are all the people from the summer homes around, including former President Joe Biden had a house here. Crazy stuff, so let's go read about the Chipotle. We'll start off Delaware with Milica, and I'm probably saying that wrong. We get Chipotle once a week after the workout, so I was excited for my bowl. My husband picked it up, and when I opened up my box inside was literally 5 pieces of steak. No beans. ribs, even though I ordered them. Thinny bit of rice, barely any green lettuce. I got charged for guacamole almost $3 and they barely put any in it. He gets his bowl with no rice, so it's almost an empty box. You can see the picture we added guacamole at home. Very disappointed. You can see from the two pictures, one with and without the guacamole added, that it is a very sad looking bowl from Chipotle. I'd be very disappointed as well. Monica also has photographic proof for her review, so let's go read it. I ordered a bowl with fajita veggies. Look at what I got. My total order with everything was $50 from DoorDash. 3 items and 2 had errors. Look at this bowl. Chipotle used to be awesome. Never again. Monica wasn't wrong at all. Please do look at this bowl. It might be the worst bowl ever given at Chipotle. How did this make it through the line? Who didn't care that day? The next review is from Gene. Not the type you wear though. This Chipotle was dirty. In seating area especially. It was Sunday afternoon. Many staff members, but filling station for drinks and accessories, disarray. Dirty tables allowing no seating unless cleaned by customers. Customer brought a non-service dog into restaurant, was holding the pet at the food line. Just curious, where is management and the health department when you need them? It was my mistake in staying. I know a lot of people are really attached to their pets. I love my dog, but why would you bring your dog inside a Chipotle? I feel like that just creates chaos and grossness and just you're just asking for trouble. Let's see what happened to Chase. I absolutely hate this specific location. Sadly, it's the only one around. Place sucks. Employees always moody. Portions constantly getting smaller and smaller. It's so ridiculous. I literally don't came here because of the employees and portion sizes. Hate this location with a passion. Tell us how you really feel about this place, Chase. Francesca brings us the next review. Kayla, the cashier, claimed that gift card loaded onto my account couldn't be scanned. When asked why, she said, I don't know. Response with attitude and made me use another form of payment. Had to contact customer service afterwards to get a refund. Super unhelpful and unfriendly. Food at this location is good, but the service sucks. Now, I would be very frustrated if I was Francesca, because using a gift card somewhere is supposed to be a way to not use your own money, but nope, not for her. Alright, let's go to the next Chipotle. If you've made it this far, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more videos. That helps a small channel like mine grow. Alright, back to the reviews. Our next stop, we're going to head up to Bozeman, Montana, with a population of 53,293. This Chipotle has a 3.3 rating on 964 reviews. This Chipotle is also located in like a mini shopping area with a Sleep Number right next to it and a Panda Express. Your fun fact about Bozeman, Montana is the movie A River Runs Through It was filmed here, and I watched that in a high school class.
What do you say? Come with us. Oh, I'll never leave Montana, brother.
Yay, American education. So let's go read some one-star reviews. We'll kick off Bozeman, Montana with Alex. A sad place where burrito dreams go to die. They give you 1/3 portions. Food is cold, restaurant is dirty. Photo is a bowl as soon as I took the lid off. It was mostly empty and had a couple pieces of meat. This isn't a one-off situation. It has happened to me on several occasions over the past couple of years at this location. A truly terribly run restaurant. Alex's bowl looks a lot better than Monica's that I showed you earlier. It kind of looks like this just kind of got like shifted all to one side or something, but it still doesn't look like a typical Chipotle bowl, so I do feel bad for him. Let's see what happened to Hannah and make her leave a 1-star review. I love me some Chipotle, but damn, this location is awful. The food is fine with my current experiences, but the service from the employees is terrible. In simple terms, they always act pissed. Always slamming food into containers and rushing the customer on their way. I came in at 9:15 to get some chow, and the employees are trying to do closing procedures for the place. Online it says the place is open until 11. Please! Make it apparent online as well as at the front of the store if the hours are different. I've never worked at Chipotle and I've never had any like close friends, so I don't know if the closing procedures like at 2 hours early is weird or not. It might not be that weird, let me know. The next review comes from Andrew. From the minute I walked in to pick up my online order, I was greeted by the most rude person. White guy with a big tattoo on his right lower arm. Then by another that handed me my bag. I asked for the receipt to make sure what was ordered was correct. I was told that I could not get an exact detail on what was ordered. I asked, how did you make the food, and was asked to leave. Then I get home and everything, and I mean everything, is wrong. I tried to call the place, no one answered any time. I did not place this order, so I wanted to confirm it. February 1st, 7:30 p.m. Now I know why there is now hiring signs all over this town. I remember back in the day, we'd go through the drive-thru and we'd pull up and my dad or whoever I was with would make me go through the bag to make sure everything was right. Nowadays, you can't even get a receipt. Weird. Time for Tony's review. My wife and I went to Chipotle for lunch and they had to re-roll my wife's burrito and the fillings went on the counter and the tortilla. The girl who wrapped it also handled my food and bag with dirty gloves. We won't be going back anytime soon. Tony included a picture of the burrito covered in toppings, so he was not lying at all. I would not go back either. That's kind of gross. Ugh. We're gonna head out east from Montana to Kentwood, Michigan, with a population of 54,304 people. This Chipotle is a pretty fancy looking one from the outside, but it holds a 3.7 rating on 1,376 reviews. It's a bit disappointing that this has such a low review because season 10 winner of Top Chef, Kristen Kish, is from Kentwood. Maybe we can send her this video and she'll come save Chipotle John Tafford style.
You disrespectful son of a bitch!
Don't punch me! Don't punch me! Don't punch me!
Alright, anyways, let's go read some one-star reviews. First for Kentwood, Michigan is Carla. Walked in and walked right out. This place is so unsanitary. You'd think with all the bad reviews, they'd make some improvements with keeping the building cleaner. You'd also think that with as much time as the owner spends responding to these reviews, he or she would actually do something about all the complaints. I'll definitely be making a complaint with the health department. Dear Chipotle, this is Carla again. Please do something about our Chipotle. It is so gross. Please, I am begging you, health department. Yours truly, Carla. And the next review is from Ashlyn. Worst Chipotle I've ever had. I went to this location because the one in Alpine is always out of fajita veggies. I ordered ahead, and when I got to my car, the bowl I received was missing veggies. Okay, fine. I started eating the bowl and it had a horrible taste, like someone added half a cup of salt to it. I get a veggie bowl, so it couldn't have been the protein. I could only finish a few bites and had to throw the rest away. Now my stomach's starting to hurt because of it. Stay away from this location. It has gone downhill quickly. I'm not sure what sort of spoiled food can make it taste extra salty unless somebody just accidentally poured a bunch of salt into this, and that would make your stomach feel pretty crummy. Let's see what happened to Lewis. Worst food service I have ever experienced. Served scraps of meat for tacos. Seriously pulled out a spoon to scrape the barrel. Then, when we asked how long of a wait for chips, she went in the back where the manager said, "Tell them no, or even that it's broken," then laughed about it. When we called them out and said we heard them, another employee stood up and yelled, "We aren't getting chips, so call whoever." He didn't care. We just walked out. Won't be back to this location. Won't be back to this location, they say, so they'll still go back to Chipotle. That makes me SMH, which means shake my head. Maybe if they get fooled a couple times, they'll stop going to Chipotle altogether.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
The next Chipotle review comes from Onar. Owner? I'm sorry if I don't say that right. My name's Jeff, for heaven's sake. We eat at Chipotle every once in a while, and the food quality has been okay. Today, we ordered steak and chicken salad to go for the family. The steak was super chewy and almost inedible. The greens were soggy and not fresh. We're very disappointed. They sound like a parent talking to a kid. We're not mad at Chipotle, we're just disappointed. Guilt them into doing better. Let's head down south from Michigan to Orlando, Florida. home to Disney World and Universal Studios, which I've never been to either one of them before. The Chipotle here has a 3.7 rating on 1,399 reviews. The Google Street View of this Chipotle has the front end all boarded up, so I wonder if it got hit with a hurricane or something. I don't know, but let's go read some 1-star reviews. Let's get Orlando, Florida going with Nirav. Cashier didn't know how to apply my gift card manually. He charged $66 on my gift card towards my purchase, but I still had $19 on my gift card after the transaction. I confronted the cashier, who didn't take any responsibility. His own coworker told him he was wrong. No one offered a solution, so I walked out. I hope management reaches out to me. Spoiler alert, they did not. What made Steven so salty? Let's find out. Horrible customer service. The female did not know the average size to a burrito. Are they not trained at this location? Someone tell me, is this the average size to a burrito? Did they start squeezing your meals for 15? Horrible location. On the screen now are the pictures that Steven left on his Google review, and I really don't like when people call people out by like the name female. It just kind of gives me the EBGBs. Next review comes from Crystal with a K. Just ordered from the app and my tables were tampered with. I tried contacting through the app to Pepper, and each time it kept saying, thanks for the feedback, we will follow up with restaurant. Alrighty then. The next review comes from BR. Food is always good, but this particular location is so nasty. Tables were dirty. I asked the guy for light sour cream. He put so much. I had to remove the extra sour cream. This location needs to improve a lot. Trash was extra full. Terrible. I like the start of this review. The food is always good, hits you with a butt, tells you everything terrible, and then also tells you the food's terrible because it's a sour cream swamp. The next Florida review comes from Quantum. Worst experience ever. Service was really bad and rude, plus undercooked white rice. The person making my order asked the one in charge the cost for extra meat, and she said she didn't know that she had to go in the computer to check and didn't. Then, while waiting at the register to pay, the lady just kept walking by and just ignoring that someone was waiting until I said to her that I needed to pay. Still, one more time, went to the back and then came to the register with a bad attitude. To make matters worse, when we arrived to the house, started to eat, the bowl of white rice couldn't be eaten because it mixed already, and the rice was badly undercooked. What does the rice mixed already mean? Do you guys know? I have no idea. For the next Chipotle, we're heading back up north to St. Cloud, Minnesota, with a population of 68,881 people. This Chipotle sort of looks like it's growing on the side of the Noodles & Company, and it's holding a 3.6 rating on 1,228 reviews. St. Cloud is famous for its granite quarry, which is one of the largest quarries in the entire world. With that in mind, let's go read some 1-star reviews. We'll see if the term Minnesota nice holds up for Russell. The serving line was full of all the ingredients slopped all over. My wife ordered a bowl of carnitas and got so little that she had to go to the counter to ask for more, and they charged her $4 for a sour cream container full. The brown beans were dried up and crusty, and the tables were filthy. And they weren't even busy. Skipping out on the portions, a dirty prep line, and dirty tables around the dining area. All these Chipotles around the country have a lot of things in common. They're all disgusting. Next St. Cloud review comes from Steven. It's a shame that the general manager and managers can't do a proper job at training their coworkers to wrap a proper burrito. If it's not wrapped properly, the whole burrito tastes off. On top of that, there was no sense of urgency when they were doing the second part of the burrito. The guy acted high and slow the whole time he was making it. The general manager needs to get their act together because the Chipotle I knew growing up had higher standards than this. Now that's a really good question. Does how you wrap a burrito affect how it tastes? Let me know in the comments down below. The next review is from Tony, so we're gonna call it Tony time. One person on the line, 6 people working, piled up of online orders and a line, yet only one on the line. Used to work at this location, so I know it can do better even in this situation. Heck, I could have even put on a uniform and hop back there and help their speed. Rolling the burrito, scooping the rice, moving at a snail's pace. Yes, it's Valentine's Day, but I've worked during Halloween. This is nothing. Is Halloween like a really busy day at Chipotle? I feel like Valentine's Day is because it's like a very popular restaurant, but like Halloween's not a food day. Yeah. The next review comes from Elysia? I feel like a substitute teacher doing roll call with some of these names. Employee by the name of Kalina.
I mean, anything for Salinas.
The most unprofessional, disrespectful, rude, and very nasty in the way she handles customers and her fellow co-workers. Watched her pretend to be busy by putting lids and straws out while a line of customers were waiting, as well as her co-workers who had to try to yell for her more than twice. Then she walks to the back room. This lady be better off holding a sign. Why do I have a sneaking suspicion that these two have some sort of beef outside of Chipotle? Let's see if there's any sort of nastier rudeness for Trista. Would not recommend going to this establishment. When I arrived to dine in with my family, every table was a mess, so we chose to eat in our car in the parking lot because of the condition of the dining area. Then as we proceeded through the line, an employee says, "We are all out of cheese because I haven't had time to shred any." But moments later, we see her talking on her cell phone and filling up a personal glass with something to drink. Soda machine was completely out of ice, and the Sprite dispenser was stuck running. I would be complete embarrassed to allow anyone in a restaurant looking like this. I will proceed to send this to a higher level due to my experience. Dirty tables and no cheese, now that is a true crime, especially in the upper Midwest. Oh, my heart hurts. And with that, you've made it to the end of this video, and if you made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe if you hadn't, because I'm Jeff, and I want to keep you smiling and entertained for many, many days and years and hopefully decades to come. I hope I live that long. Alright, goodbye.